Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you 5 hot weather hacks for mums. The weather here in the UK at the moment is absolutely beautiful. The sun is shining every day and it's really warm, but that does mean that sometimes the kids, especially after a long, hard day at school, can get a little bit hot and bothered. So I'm sharing with you 5 of my top tips for helping them to cool down. If you're new to my channel, hi, I'm Kate. I'm a mum of 4. I have 11-year-old and 5-year-old boys and 10-year-old and 1-year-old girls. So that's a lot of kids to cool down on a hot day. So these tips have really helped me out in the last couple of weeks. Tip number 1 is to cool them down straight from school with this easy slushy drink that you can make at home. All you need is a Ziploc bag, some apple juice or juice of your choice, and a straw and a freezer. So about an hour or so before you pick them up from school, fill up some little Ziploc bags that seal across the top with a glass of apple juice or whatever juice you choose to use. Pop them in the freezer, and then when you get back from the school run, after about an hour or so, they should have started to freeze. Not so much that they're solid, but just enough that you can break them up and make them into like a slush drink. Then you just have to make a hole in the top of the bag or open it slightly, pop a straw in, and you're good to go. I like doing this because it's just apple juice, which they would drink anyway. It's not an ice lolly that's filled with artificial colours and sugar and things like that. So even though it is a sweet treat, it's something that they would probably be drinking anyway when they got home from school and were hot and thirsty. Tip number 2 is a tried and tested one that I've seen lots of places, but for some reason I've never done it until this year, and it really does work. And it's to put a big bowl of ice in front of just a regular fan. When you turn the fan on, it's almost like DIY air conditioning. It really does cool down the air that's blowing onto you, and the kids like to take it in turns to stand in front of the fan when they come home from school, and it really does cool them down quickly. Tip number 3 is perfect if you've had a little bit too much sun or you have an insect bite or something like that, and it is to freeze aloe vera in your ice cube tray. We always have a bottle of aloe vera around the house. We get through lots of it in the summer months. Obviously we try to avoid sunburn, but I just find it's really cooling in general, and it's brilliant on things like insect bites and prickly heat. But if you freeze it, then it's extra soothing. It can be a little bit cold when you first put it on, but I like to give them an ice cube each and they will just rub it onto wherever they want to put it. Marion has some mosquito bites on her arm at the moment, so she's been using one of these to just soothe the itch, and it does take away that sensation to scratch. Tip number 4 is to make DIY ice packs. I just bought some sponges from the pound shop and some Ziploc bags. You want to soak the sponges full of water, pop them inside the Ziploc bag, seal it and put it in the freezer. This is a really good idea for an ice pack because as the water starts to melt out to the sponge just reabsorbs it, so you can put it back in the freezer and you've always got it good to go whenever you need it. Dylan used this morning after he got back from a bike ride with his dad, and he was really hot and bothered before school, so he just held it on his wrists to cool him down and on the back of his neck, and he really found that it worked wonders. My 5th and final tip, I'll be honest, I was a bit skeptical about at first. I thought it was just a bit of a faff and it wouldn't really make that much of a difference, but it really does, and that is to freeze your pillowcases. I read this tip somewhere and they were actually saying to freeze your bed sheets and things as well. Well, I haven't done that, but the pillowcases really does work. So as you would expect, you literally just take your pillowcases, fold them up, put them inside a large Ziploc bag, seal it up and pop them in the freezer for a couple of hours before bed. As I said, I wasn't sure about this one, but the kids said it really made a difference, and on an evening where it's particularly warm and muggy, it helped them to feel cool and relaxed and ready for bed. So those are my 5 hot weather hacks for mums. I hope you found them useful. Do leave me a comment down below to let me know how you keep your kids cool during summer. I'd love to hear them. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, do give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends to help them keep their kids cool this summer. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!